Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Those people are special. They literally. Oh my god.
No. I'm saying the reason why they were taught to do it without
no,
they
weren't. No.
I really read it. I read it.
Bro,
they were taught.
They're from the same fucking family. One family put this shit up, and now everyone in the fucking nation can do it.
In that case.
That's what I'm saying. You can only learn so much. Like, you can teach everything, but you can't learn how to do everything. Like, I understand, like, oh, I can teach you how to do this, but that doesn't mean you're gonna get it. Not everyone's naturally good at math. Like, I can fucking
same with metal building. You can say the same thing about metal building. I'm pretty sure there's people in that world who couldn't metal bend.
But that's the thing, exactly.
But it was massively taught around the world. Exactly. If blood bending was massively taught, you don't think they would be able to learn how to do it?
No, because it came out of one fucking bloodline. One fucking bloodline found out how to fucking metal bend.
Talk came out of one bloodline. She taught
exactly.
But
everyone, but there's proof of the only person not in that bloodline that was bloodbending is Katara.
So the witch just made up bloodbending then. So the witch just made up bloodbending. It never happened before that.
Yes.
Okay,
no.
Yeah, she invented it. Yeah, that's true.
I don't think she invented it. I don't think she invented it. But she made hers. But I'm pretty sure it happened before. You don't think nobody has ever bloodbended before on accident? Like you said, the dude in the woods, he found it accidentally.
And that's when I keep telling you. You keep saying, "Oh yeah, someone in the woods."
So you don't think nobody in the world has ever found it accidentally?
There's always a possibility. You keep saying that shit though. You're always.
So you don't think nobody ever? So you think nobody ever has accidentally done it?
Off of a less than 1% possibility.
Listen, so you don't think nobody in the world has ever accidentally done it? So you don't think anybody in the world has ever accidentally done it?
Bro,
is that a yes or a no?
No, you're relying off of a 1%.
Listen, answer my question, yes or no. So you think nobody has ever accidentally bloodbended?
Why are we pulling up hypotheticals from a fake
everything is a hypothetical.
Like the world is already not real.
You just brought up the bloodline. You just brought up the bloodline. You just brought up the bloodline.
I've been said that shit.
But listen, so you think nobody in the world has ever accidentally bloodbended?
The grandmother, that's literally all that came out of my mouth.
If somebody has ever bloodbended in their life, it's in their bloodline then.
The only person that could the only person that ever bloodbended that wasn't in that fucking, that was not in that bloodline was Katara. That is the only known person.
That's who?
Korra. That's what I'm saying. So they're in that bloodline. They all count as that one bloodline. The only person other than that person.
I'm talking about in the past, before Avatar the show came out. After all the years. Obviously a bloodline. There is a bloodline. Then there is a bloodline.
I can't tell you about something that didn't happen in the show, Perry. I don't know.
Well, them exploring bloodbending as a whole never happened either.
Something that didn't happen in the show, Perry.
Bloodbending being explored has never happened in the show. I can only tell you about
something that happened in the show, Perry. I don't know.
Then bloodbending was never explored in the show, Elias.
It was.
It's not like they had. It's not like they always went around to figure it out.
They had two completely different fucking types of the show. And in
that case, there were three totally completely bloodlines. There were three different bloodlines then.
No,
oh,
two.
No, it was her grandma. Yeah, two.
Two.
Okay, so you think those are the only two in the world then?
I'm telling you right now, I can't tell you about the past, parent, but I can tell you about what happened in the fucking show. I can tell you about, like, only 5 people did it. And I'm telling you,
it's not that exclusive.
In terms of the... Thank you.
No, but he's saying...
She was the first person to ever.
So Bean, if somebody heard about bloodbending and they had like a pet or something in their house that they can bloodbend and they like tried to figure it out, you think they would ever figure it out?
That's like saying,
or they wouldn't be able to do it.
The person.
I mean, like a what? It's a hypothetical about a fake world.
That's what I said to Elias.
You can use that in any sense though, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's literally like that's just an excuse. Like that's literally just a cop-out excuse. Thank you, what?
Okay, alright, so look,
that's literally what I tried to say.
Look, now that we've established this.
Now that Brain is here, you understand though. No, bro, like,
I never said nigga. nigga,
I gotta see the fact that it's specifically in the bloodline.
Listen,
it's not. They never say that it's specifically in the bloodline.
I'm
talking to Pan. That's why, bro. It never says that. Oh, only this bloodline can do it. But only it's in the show. The grandma did it. Her son did it, and his 2 sons did it. And then there's Qatar. That's it.
Did they practice it? Did they train them? Did they not train them?
No, the grandma made that shit up. The grandma made it up and taught it to her son. The grandma made it up, taught it to her son. The son taught it to his 2 sons. After that, niggas knew what bloodbending was, but they couldn't do it. To do it with the full moon after a lot of training, lots of training. Like I said, other people can fucking bloodbend, but without the full moon, you're not bloodbending.
All right, so in the beginning of this conversation, this all started because you said I would not be able to do it. And when we just proved that waterbenders would be able to do it under the right conditions.
All right, so come over it. Okay, come over it. You can do it. You can do it. Come over it. We got it.
That's what I say, David. All this could have been resolved. All this could have been resolved.
All right, no. We're done. We're good. We resolved the problem. James can do it, guys. We got it.
All in all, Elias is wrong.
Yes, Elias, just be wrong, bro. Just be wrong. Just be wrong. Just be wrong. Just be wrong. Just be wrong, Elias. Just be wrong.
He is wrong.
Oh,
it's not be wrong. He is wrong.
Okay. All this karate kicked and none of us found out about it, bro.
All I'm saying is all this is because Elias trying to crush my dreams when all he could have said was, "Oh yeah, I fuck with waterbending. Go and keep that." All he could have said was,
I told you I'm a factual person. All I said was that you weren't gonna.
Yeah, you can do it, James. You can do it.
I said I'm a factual person. I said you're not gonna walk up in the show and you're gonna start bloodbending, and you said yes I am. Yes I am.
Why the hell? We just proved
that he was in the bloodline. What if he was in the bloodline?
Facts.
What if he got trained? What about
that?
None
of that was spot up. You
I said that.
Bro, James can do it. James, he can do it, guys. He can do it. Shut up.
James literally said, if I'm in the show and I'm a water, James didn't say, oh, I want to be in that fucking bloodline and I want to be that waterman. You literally said that I just want to be in the show.
I said if I train to do it. I said if I train to do it.
Okay. It's a full moon, bro. He can do it. He can do it.
Back. Oh yeah, my bad. Jesus, fuck! Like what the hell?
Who said he ain't in the bloodline to do it though?
He did. He said he's a waterbender. You never said he was. Who said he was? Who said he was? In that sense, you're saying who said he was in the bloodline? Who said he was? When did you say that he was in the bloodline?
It had nothing to do with nothing. I just said I could train to do it. And you said no.
And I told you, and I'm still gonna say no because you can't.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
With the full moon, but that's not a fucking bending. I'm talking about earth bending, and even then, not every. Even then, that doesn't make it easy.
Oh my god! Oh my fucking god!
Exactly. That's what I said. That's what I said, and he. That's what I told him. I said you have to be a natural talent.
No.
Exactly, and I said you would have to be a natural talent. And I said
you just trained to do it. Like it's just like.
But you would have to See,
Elias,
there hasn't been anyone. And that's when I say there hasn't been anyone that trained to do it. Who trained to do it?
But no. Wait, time out. You guys weren't here for this, but Elias preaches facts, he preaches memory, but this nigga said that Toph learned metal building after she learned bloodbending. But he know everything. Alright. Okay.
Wait, pause.
I said, no, what don't you understand? You said you preach in memory, you know everything, but you said that Toph learned metal building after she learned how to bloodbend.
Yeah, and then I said, "Oh, my bad. That happened a month later. My bad."
Nah, sorry. No, okay, go ahead.
Think of it like this though. Like Rock Lee, right? He's not naturally talented, but he worked that way. He worked that. He became a good ninja.
That's what I'm saying. But like I said, another completely different world.
Please help me, please.
Another,
Like,
but
bro,
what I'm
like,
saying is,
I'm legitimately
what I'm
about to
trying to tell
leave the
you is,
party.
like Elias,
one person
no,
out of the bloodline. One
I'm saying
person out of the bloodline learned how to do it. That doesn't mean, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it now. I'm just gonna pop up.
yes,
Boom,
that does mean it's because
Y'all
anybody
niggas
can
don't
learn to
take
do
this
it if they
shit way
train.
too far.
Anybody who
Train
trains
with
to do it.
meta-betting.
Like anybody who wants to do it, train to do it, can't do it. That's my point. And you was like saying no, because there's some type of anomaly. Nobody can learn how to do it.
That's what I said. That's literally
No,
what
you
I said.
did it. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You preached for 5 hours that only them that can do it.
Exactly.
Only
And
the
I was
special
talking about when niggas pulling up on the app, like, oh yeah, they're gonna pull up. Oh, I fucking
Whoa.
No, Elias. No, remember the whole original point.
And I was also preaching that the people in that family was doing that without the moon. Was I not?
No, but Elias, the original. No, but Elias, aside from that, the original point is that any waterbender,
that wasn't the original point. That was preaching that in the original point. I was saying that in our original point. I said that only that one family was doing that shit for real. The only person other than that one family was Katara.
I know, because you brought that family up to combat my theory that anybody could do it. That was
literally one of the first things we said. That was literally the first thing I know,
because you said that against my statement that any waterbender could do it. You like no,
exactly.
you said only them in that family, and me, Parent, and Bean just said that if a waterbender can't do it,
you're about to get barred.
That shit scared me. That shit scared me. I was like, what is he doing?
Like, if a waterbender, any waterbender, if they learned about it, trained to do it, can do it.
Like we said,
as long as they get taught,
we haven't
like,
seen it done.
to the masses.
We haven't seen it done.
No, okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're just saying they have the ability to. That was my whole point, and you just tried.
And you gotta remember that
after how long?
To the masses.
How long? You don't know how long it takes.
That doesn't
you don't
matter.
know how long it takes. You don't know how hard it is to do.
That's not the point. That's not the point.
But you can say that. No, but you can say that about metal bending.
I can't say that because endless niggas metal bend.
Because they were taught.
Do you know how they were taught? No,
Daryl, we need Calk involved right now, bro.
They didn't teach bloodbending to the masses. They didn't teach bloodbending to the masses.
No, I can say that, and then when you say that about metal bending, that's when you're wrong because you don't have to be under certain conditions. Damn, that's crazy.
I didn't even want to shoot that. You don't have to be under certain
conditions to metal bend. You don't have to be in
Does
one
it specifically
family.
say that in the thing? Does it specifically say that?
That's because it doesn't say that, but it's
Are you going on record that it says that?
Doing it.
Are you going on record that no, you said facts. You're bringing up facts.
Wait,
That is facts. Other niggas are metal bending. You think only niggas in Toss family are metal bending?
Because they were taught. It got taught to the masses.
See, the only reason why they know that they know they can do it because of the full moon is because they know people they get the training so they get stronger to do it without the full moon. But because the moon gives them power, correct? That's the only reason why they can do it.
And that's what I tell you.
I'm saying, but if they were to train and get stronger, they wouldn't need the moon to bloodbend.
Remember, and that's when I said 100 years passed.
It's not an anomaly.
It is, because it is, but it is.
So if Toph never taught metal bending, you think metal bending would be as big as it is now?
Which is why it's an anomaly. You don't know how long it takes to learn that shit.
But she explained to her how she learned it and all that. No. The witch taught her like how she used it and all that, and how she learned it.
Right, she's already a waterbender, so it doesn't take much to think. Oh, okay, so water, blood, boom, got it. That's how easy it is. That's why she did it. No, a waterbender. Because Katara was some ass.
And that's when I
told you. She was ass then.
Oh,
did you just turn it over, standing still?
Look at
but
this.
Elias,
Brandon, where are you?
So if Toph never taught everybody metal bending, do you think it would be as big as it is now?
That's what he just said.
Not ass in terms of she was some shit, but ass in terms of she wasn't no godly waterbender. She wasn't no godly waterbender. She was just an expert.
Everyone saw the potential. Her teacher, her master saw the potential that she had. Everyone saw the potential.
Okay, but at that time she was not the strongest.
At that time she. Okay, that doesn't matter. You have potential. That's potential.
Okay, so it don't matter.
With potential. With potential. Potential and strength. Potential is what gives you strength. That's what I'm telling you.
Alright, Elias, so if Toph never taught the metal bending, do you think it would be as big as it is now?
Yes, because it's still self-taught. Not as big as it is. Not as big as it is.
Alright, Elias, I've been agreeing with you a lot.
This is
Elias, but that is not true.
Okay.
So this is even. So we finally found something that's even.
As big as it is now.
So a sub bending. So a sub bending that was just invented by Toph is as big as it is now because she taught it to the masses.
Metal bending is self-taught.
That's comparable to the witch, no? Is it not comparable to the witch?
Nobody knew to do it until Toph, nigga.
I mean, but blood bending is self-taught because the witch taught herself, right?
That's the same as Toph. That's the same as Toph, is it not?
Okay, that's what I'm telling you.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing, bro.
Think about it.
One was just
Think about it.
Blood bending is illegal for one, and metal bending is more like useful. So they taught it to more people. Is it not the same?
We gotta get the fuck off these.
No, we finally found something that's even. Is that not comparable? This is in the same world. It's the same thing.
Very comparable. Very comparable.
Listen, I got something to say. No, shut up. Fuck you. Okay. Before we get back into this, Sid. The topic is blood
I'm
bending.
not even shooting the fucking ball, bro.
The topic is blood bending common? Basically, kind of.
It was as easy as metal bending. It was as easy as
Okay.
That was not the question.
Okay.
That was not the question.
The question is, can any waterbender blood bend? Can any waterbender blood bend? And the answer is yes.
And the answer, but then that's when we come to the point where
it's yes.
It's yes or no. It's yes or no. It's yes or no, and it's yes.
And I been said that. And I been said that. And I told you there's a chances.
Okay, Elias. How come metal bending and blood bending aren't comparable?
Because wait, but we'll get to that. But we gotta get to the question. Wait,
answer it right now.
No, they're not.
Answer it right now. Answer it right now. There's nothing else to say. Answer that.
They're both sub-bending.
No, you weren't gonna answer. You said no. We're gonna get to that later. Answer it right now. Why are they not comparable?
They're not comparable because if they're both self-taught, right? You can both fucking get self-taught from blood bending and metal bending, correct?
No, they're both. They are comparable.
Where's the part that is? I want you to get to the part where it's not comparable.
They're both self-taught, right? Listen. If they're both self-taught, you're telling me if Toph didn't teach niggas how to fucking metal bend, that niggas wouldn't be metal bending.
No, they wouldn't.
Okay, but look, I'm gonna ask you this. No, I'm gonna ask you a question back. I'm gonna ask you a question right back. So if the witch went to go teach blood bending to the masses, do you think it would not be that big?
No, because niggas couldn't do it like she could. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I say.
Why wouldn't they? If they were taught, why wouldn't they be able to?
Because they aren't good like her. That's what I'm telling you.
If they were taught,
she's the only good waterbender. You act like she's the only good waterbender. There's a lot of good waterbenders. Okay, so nigga, all you have to do is be an expert waterbender to do it. There's a lot of expert waterbenders in this world to do it. Like, what are you talking about?
It's not even just an expert waterbending. That's a sub element. That's learning completely different.
It's not completely different. It's not completely different.
Right. They have the capability. It is possible, but that doesn't mean that it's gonna be.
That's my point.
So you're saying, so Brandon.
Right.
No, it's not because in the Legend of Korra, how many people are metal bending?
Listen.
In the Legend of Korra, name some earthbenders that couldn't metal bend.
They were taught to do it, Elias.
So you're telling me every waterbender can bend without every waterbender can bend blood if they're taught?
Yes.
No. Yes. That's what we know.
Look at the kids. His kids were taught.
His kids. That's the same fucking point.
No, we gotta get the fuck off these.
Ooh, wow.
Thank you. Nigga, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. Another nigga with common sense.
It's not that easy. No, it's not.
Thank you, bro.
Wait, kick him out. Who are you yelling at? Kick that nigga out, boy. Who are you yelling at?
And that's when I say it's not as easy as just, you need a full move.
No, listen. Nigga.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so
that's Earthbenders. Well, I don't know what Earthbender's equivalent of that would be, but they didn't use that the entire time to learn metal bending.
There's no equivalent.
So it would be even harder to learn metal bending.
No.
Yes, it would, because they did the stronger.
How?
Why wouldn't it though?
No.
Wait. Okay.
Is the
no,
is
it
like
okay? But listen, is it rare or was it not known? Was it just invented and was it against the law?
It's not known.
And it was against the law.
Leave, Samir. You don't want to be here. You don't want to be here.
Says but where does that come from though? What literally says that it's completely different? Because metal bending.
Intense.
But why is that true though? Where does that come from?
Beam.
Where does it say they need that?
They need intense training. No, they need intense training to do it during the day. Right. Okay. So Beam. If they train,
No, if we're gonna need facts, what episode does it say that? What episode does it say that?
The same episode.
Katara.
That you need the intense training and all that other shit.
Okay.
She's a prodigy. Three.
I know. Hey, Beam.
Other people got trained.
I say. They had to train.
So metal bending, they just got caught once and that was it?
They were in the same bloodline still
They just took one little pick
the bloodline doesn't matter. We already proved the bloodline does not matter, Elias.
What?
No, because it literally says any water. Mana said any waterbender can bloodbend at the peak of full moon because they have to be stronger. But
if we're talking,
listen, wait. But as a waterbender, if you get as a waterbender, if you get
Alright, Daryl, text me on PSN when they're done with this, okay?
As a waterbender, if you get stronger, you can be able to bloodbend without the full moon. That's the whole point.
Right, and that's what I agree. As a waterbender,
it's just a boost. Yes, and then you can bloodbend regardless.
But then you have to think.
But where in the show did it say that isn't true with metal bending though? Where in the story did it say it's not true?
It doesn't say it, but you can see because everyone can do it.
Oh my god! Because it was massively trained, Elias. It was massively trained.
It was taught and niggas trained to do it. It was taught. Oh my god. It was taught and niggas trained to do it. That's the whole point of metal bending.
Niggas can self-train themselves. Niggas, not everyone was learning from
it was invented. They invented it. How are they going to train on something they don't know how to do?
There was literally a dude in the Legend of Korra. I forgot his name, but there was that nigga, that Earth nigga that was fucking in the wrestling matches. He couldn't metal bend. He couldn't metal bend at first, but then he learned to metal bend literally through fucking accident. He was halfway through the show.
So why can't people do that with bloodbending?
Because it's bloodbending. You keep comparing the two. Stop.
Oh my god.
I see they can. That was the.
But that lady, you can't bring that lady, and that's when I tell you, you're comparing.
Elias, it is the equivalent. Because Elias, you're giving her too much credit just because she invented bloodbending. She wasn't that strong of a waterbender. She's only known for inventing bloodbending, but as a waterbender, she's just like an average expert. She's like an average expert.
Oh, what the fuck?
She's just an average expert waterbender. That's all she was until she invented bloodbending. Just like any other waterbender who can get stronger and do bloodbending just like her. Chill, bro.
Oh my god.
I still don't understand what the next.
Like I said, I agree with you with that. She wasn't like an OCS waterbender.
So why can't another waterbender, another strong waterbender, bloodbend? That's my whole point.
Because we haven't seen it happen. Because we haven't seen it happen.
Thank you.
Now we're back to original point.
Brandon, 100 years passed. 100 years passed. How come nobody was doing it other than those 5 niggas?
It wasn't taught. It wasn't taught. It's not a common thing. It wasn't taught.
Everyone knows what bloodbending was between that time. 100 years past since that lady got arrested.
It's also illegal. It's 2 things to deter people from learning it and teaching it.
They got rid of most of the waterbenders. Like the Fire Nation got rid of most of them before that time. So it's like there wasn't waterbenders to like do that shit, you know?
Thank you.
But they didn't get rid of the waterbenders. They did not.
Yes, they did. They killed. They did. They killed majority of them.
They had them enslaved.
Katara was the last one that could waterbend in that tribe. Katara was out of that entire tribe. Katara was the only one that could waterbend. So it's obviously not the masses. So earthbending has a bigger population than waterbending, and metalbending got taught to the masses. Bloodbending didn't.
Yeah, they didn't have waterbenders. Bloodbending was just a new thing too. So it's like you can't really.
But then that's when I tell you this. Remember Amon and his brother, those kids were training for that shit.
They were taught.
They were taught. They were They were taught and were training for like. They were taught and were training for like 14 years. I think he did that shit when he was like 11.
No, don't say you think. Don't say you think. You said earlier you about the facts. You said earlier you about the facts. I need an actual number.
He was training for years. Right, he was training for years. So if you give a waterbender that can only train for like 8 hours out of like fucking how many months? How long does it take for a full moon?
What would that guy do anything?
They don't have enough time. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They don't have enough time to train.
Why don't they?
But they can't do that. I'm telling you. That's when I say that only that bloodline and a select few. That's what I'm saying, and then you keep saying everyone, and you keep saying everyone.
It's just no other waterbenders have tried to do what they have done yet.
They haven't. It's not that they haven't.
We know about. No, that we know about.
That's when like I said.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's what like I said, exactly. Like I said, the people with that blood, they could do it. The people with that blood, they could. Like I said, let me talk, bro.
All right, go ahead.
People with that blood, they trained. The little boy, he didn't bloodbend until he was like grown up.